the North End.
Hey guys, this is JP California with North End Podcast, giving you guys a shout out on the recent developments that are happening at Aston Villa. Let's take a look at some of the guys they've just been recruiting. First up, Coutinho. We've already spent a whole podcast on this. He is coming in from Barcelona, and just something I wanted to add to this that I believe is super important is that Aston Villa are actually paying less for Coutinho for the rest of the season than they paid for Ross Barkley. They're only paying roughly 50% of Coutinho's wages, which is a big deal. A lot of people are giving the deal a lot of grief because Coutinho hasn't done a lot for the past 2 years, not since he went to Bayern Munich on loan. But this deal has no obligation to buy. So if he doesn't work out at Villa, it's going to still be okay because they don't have to purchase him long term. If he does do well, they can spend as much as they spent on Diena for Coutinho. We already know Coutinho is one of the most expensive players, the third most expensive player of all time. Moving on to the big deal that dropped today. Diena from Everton. Now this deal, to me, as a Villa fan, is huge. This is probably one of the missing pieces that we have besides center defensive mids that we really need to shore up, and that is a stronger, more mobile, better attacking left back. The key thing for me is that he's even better in 1v1 situations. Things that I feel like Target are kind of struggling on this season. So let's backtrack a little bit and look at this deal. £23 million from Everton, rising to 25 with bonuses and add-ons. Now, 25 million is a lot of money for a left back, but not for a guy who's one of the top performing left backs in the EPL. In chances created, he's actually just behind Trent Alexander-Arnold. He has 18 assists in 113 matches in the EPL seasons for Everton. He has 20 assists and 6 goals in 127 matches. That relates to roughly a 15.9% chance to get an assist on any given match. That's huge. That's 16% of an assist rate per matches. His defense, out of 99 1v1 situations where he squares up against another attacker trying to take him on, he won 87 of them. That's huge. That's something that Matt Target has been really struggling on, and that's those 1v1 situations. In defense, he is huge in the air, getting a athletic score rating of a 98 out of 99 in aerial powerness in defensive situations. This is from The Athletic, which is a high-end sport journalist company. The one thing he does seem to be weak about is against super fast runners. Recently, he got beat pretty handedly by Mo Salah, but Mo Salah is also probably the most informed player in the world right now. So he does have some struggles with guys who like to push that line, get around the outside defender for through balls, because he likes to be really close to his man. So that is something we're going to have to keep an eye on. But again, this is arguably one of the top 5 best left backs in the EPL in the last 3 years, and Villa are signing him at the age of 28. Maybe a year or two later than they would have liked to have got him, but it's still relatively young enough they can give him one solid contract, have him see it out, and then hopefully get a little bit of a return when they try and sell him when he's about 31 or 32. Now, the video doesn't stop there. Villa have been very busy. Recently, they have just agreed a price for the defender Kerr Smith. Kerr Smith is a Dundee United center back at the age of 17. He has about 19 or 20 league appearances, and Villa just secured the deal for him for roughly £600,000. Now, £600,000 is not a lot of money, but it is for a young kid. Now, compare it to $23 million for a left back, it's not that much. But the thing is, it can raise to £2 million, and this Kerr Smith is supposed to go right into the Aston Villa U23 team with other 2 center backs, both relatively the same age. So it'll be interesting to see how this young man develops. The word from The Athletic and Fabrizio Romano is that Olsen a goalkeeper from Sheffield United, is also a target of Villa, and Villa have also already agreed personal terms with him. It just comes down to if Sheffield United will let him return from loan to Roma so that Roma could loan him out to Villa. He essentially wouldn't have to go back to Roma. He would just be returned from loan and then loaned back out in the paperwork. Villa are looking for another goalkeeper, and this Swedish international who also played at FC Copenhagen, where the director of football for Villa, Langa, was at, seems to be already tied up, waiting in the waiting, and it's just held up on the Sheffield United end. Now, Villa have also seen two players leave today. One of them, Anwar El Ghazi. Anwar El Ghazi has roughly been one of the standout performers for Villa over the last few years. First off, last season, he had 10 goals in 28 games. That's roughly a goal every 3 games, and as a winger, that's pretty good. Sadly, he didn't have any assists, and as we all know, as Villa fans, he can be very streaky. He'll score for 3 matches in a row, and then he won't score for 6 matches. So he has been loaned out to Everton. These deals between Lucas Diena and Anwar El Ghazi are not related and are not combined at all. They are just 2 separate deals. Both teams seem to be looking at each other and said, let's look for this person since we have the negotiation table up. Now, Anwar El Ghazi cost Villa £8 million about 4 years ago, and the buy option for Everton is at £2 million. So a small profit for Villa, but hopefully this could be a move that could resurrect the player's career and will either equal some profit for Villa or a return of an informed player. Last thing is 18-year-old Aaron Ramsey. 18-year-old Aaron Ramsey is the brother of Jacob Ramsey, one of the stars of Aston Villa this year. Jacob Ramsey, the older brother, has 20 appearances and 2 goals, just to add to that. But his little younger brother, who many in the academy believe is actually better than his older brother starring for the first team right now, Aaron Ramsey, is being loaned out to Cheltenham Town in League One. It is a League One loan, not quite as good as the Championship, but it should be do just fine for 6 months for an 18-year-old. Hopefully he'll get a lot of minutes and be able to really prove himself there before trying to make the jump up to potentially a Championship team next year or even the first team. With that said, that's basically 5 players in a week. We got Philip Coutinho, Lucas Digne, Anwar El Ghazi out, Aaron Ramsey out, Dundee United center back, 17-year-old Kerr Smith in, and one more potentially on the way in Robin Olsen. So Villa are really trying to get business done. It might not have been the quickest to get done, but it is on the way. The last thing that is getting reported quite a bit all over the place, and we here at the North End Podcast don't really like to deal with rumors, but this one seems to be gaining some traction, is the holding mid from Brighton and Hove Albion, Bissouma. Bissouma is a towering 25-year-old who is doing very well in the EPL this year. He's one of the standout performers for Brighton and Hove Albion, but the quote is being relative between 38 and 50 million pounds. And I just don't know if Villa are willing to part with that much money, a record signing, in a January window, but we will see. Anyways, Villa fans and North End Podcaster listeners, please like and subscribe to the video, send us a comment, or get at us with a topic that you would like us to look into to potentially debate on our podcast. Hope to hear from you guys soon.
This is the North End.